Have you ever felt like you have outgrown a person and then you realize that the problem is not the person per se? The problem is that you are trying to fit into a connection that no longer fits you. That's the energy I'm picking up right now. Okay. I'm picking up that someone in the collective, you had to walk away from a connection that left you feeling unsupported, from a connection that left you feeling misunderstood, from a connection that left you feeling ironically isolated, right? But it feels like you came to a realization that what may have looked like rejection was really redirection. And that's a beautiful space to come to. We're going to get into this energy. Welcome in, collective, Starseed family, Soul Tribe, new viewers. Welcome in. Y'all come on in. I hope y'all are having a good day, a good week so far, that you're feeling good. I'm feeling great. It's a beautiful day here where I am. And I'm picking up this energy, right? And so I've been kind of sitting here with it. I do have beginning cards out here. And it feels like someone in the collective, you may have been going through maybe a private battle, maybe a secret struggle, something you had never told anyone. Maybe you didn't know how to. Maybe this had to do with some grudges you were holding, maybe some bitterness, resentment, could be coming from inner childhood wounds, could be coming from current traumas that you were experiencing at that time. But it feels like the battle was private, right? And what I'm picking up is that you may have reached out to the one person that you thought you could. Maybe the last person that you thought you could, right? Maybe there wasn't anybody else that you felt like you could reach out to, but this person you felt like you could. And as you expressed yourself, as you opened up, as you said things that you have never told anyone, as you were having a really tough conversation with this friend, to your surprise, it feels like you were met with apathy. You were met with dismissal. This friend's energy feels very cynical, right? Like they couldn't and refused to give you the support that you needed at that time. It feels like that conversation was your last, maybe cry for help. Maybe that was your last attempt to try to see if there was someone in your life at that time that would understand you, that would care enough to be a listening ear, to be supportive. Well, I don't think you expected what you got, right, from this individual, but it feels like their energy really made you see that if you were going to heal, if you were going to overcome, if you were going to live a life where you are free of those traumas, of that challenge, you were going to have to do it yourself. You were going to have to do it alone. It feels like you made a decision to distance yourself, if not in general, from people in general, but mainly from this particular friend. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I have that has already come out and how I am picking up this energy, and then we will clarify and we will see what it is Spirit wants you to know. Okay, so starting out, the first card that comes out is battle. This is either a private battle that you were having. This is something you were fighting, something you were fighting against. This could have to do with your identity. for someone in the collective. This could have to do with self-acceptance. This could have to do with an outside situation. This could have to do, like I said, with wounds you were still carrying from childhood or from a previous experience. But something that was very aggressively causing you an issue, because this is an all-out fight. This is somebody in the collective fighting for their life, fighting for their love, fighting for their right to be, their right to belong, their right to exist. This could also be that there was an actual argument, or maybe between you and this person, this friend here, but there feels like this is a grudge, some form of bitterness, some form of resentment. However this is showing up, you were definitely trying to fight back, and you were fighting it for a long time, maybe on your own. Maybe on your own, okay? Because we have isolated here. We have someone weathering the storm. We have someone going through something, and they are going through it by themselves. Then we have community, okay? Then we have community, right? This is giving me like you wanted to feel safe, maybe in the world, maybe in your friend group, maybe in your peer, your circle of influence. You wanted to find a community, maybe a group of people, maybe just one person, right? That you could feel safe with, that you could feel supported by, that you could feel reciprocated. The love is reciprocated. The good vibration is reciprocated. We have here seasons, okay? Seasons. This is a season of a new beginning and a fresh start, all right? This is what was challenging you. You needed this fresh start. This is where the tension actually begins, because it feels like you did the work, because there can be no beginning without an ending. Something ended, okay? And you brought an end to maybe those grudges, maybe the resentment, maybe the bitterness, maybe the mulling over the traumatic experiences. You brought an ending to situations, to this battle that has allowed you to create a season of a fresh start. All right. And I feel like you're in that season now. I feel like you're in that season now. Your energy feels like you have uncovered some beautiful, positive, loving, caring energy, both within you and around you. So you're protecting that. And you have people here now. You have someone, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is either a community that you have created. This is a group of people. This is a group of people that is there for you now, or a group of people that is getting ready to come in to you. This is strong foundations. This is a group of people that you can lay a foundation with, whether it's new friends, whether it's a new family, because you've gone into a new love relationship and you've created a safe space for you and your family that you are growing, that you are planting. But this is definitely that you have found some like-minded people who vibrate where you vibrate, right? Who resonate with your energy, who want to build together, right? Who want to grow together. And these people are very protective about you, okay? Very protective. This could even be your spirit team, to be honest. But they're very protective. Okay, so this is definitely giving that someone in the collective is giving birth to something new, something beautiful, and you have great anticipation. Do you see the way they are standing over this egg, the way they are watching over it? One bird is watching over the egg specifically, and the other bird is watching over both the other bird and the egg. They got each other's back. You understand me? They have each other's back. So I don't know what this is that you are birthing, what this, this could be, if it is new friends, if it is new collaborations, if it is a new creation, but you are definitely in this energy of being happy with what you have created, happy with what you have done after going through a very challenging period where you didn't have anyone. And someone here is on the outside looking in now. The person you made that last cry for help to is now watching you in this new beginning. And they may be in this energy of trying to mock you. Maybe they mocked you. Maybe this mimicry card is really the energy that they were in when you made that cry for help. Maybe they took what you said that was personal and private struggles, and they went and created rumors, and they went and gossiped about it. They mocked you about it. Whatever this is, they showed up less than friendly. But it showed you something. It showed you something. And what you learned from it has created a beautiful new beginning for someone. Now they are triggered. They are triggered. They went from mocking to being triggered because maybe they didn't think you had it in them. Maybe what you told them about your private struggles, they felt like it was an energy you were going to be stuck in. Maybe they felt like you were stuck. Maybe they never thought that you would blossom, that you would grow, that you would find other people to support you and love you. Maybe they thought that they were all you had and that it was okay to not value the connection. However you split it, this feels like someone in the collective, you have been redirected. You have been put on your proper path with the proper people around you to help nurture and cultivate the beautiful energy that you hold. We're going to get into this and break this down a little bit more, all right? And we're going to see here. Tell us more, Spirit, about this battle and this isolation energy that the collective may have been in the past. Tell us more. Holding back. This was definitely something you had never shared with anyone. You could have written things in your journal about it. But this is definitely something that you had never shared with anyone. Okay. And I don't know what this has to do with, but this was very personal and very close to your heart. That's how it feels. It feels like this was something that was very close to your heart, something that you had been challenged with, that you maybe have gone through most of your life feeling like you couldn't tell anyone that you were dealing with this. Tell us more, Spirit. Safe space. A place where you can truly be yourself and feel at peace. It feels like you were holding back because you didn't feel safe. And it feels like you didn't feel safe in the world. Like you didn't feel safe. And I don't know where that energy came from. A lot of times when we don't feel safe in the world as adults, it comes from inner child wounding. It comes from not having the nurturing, not having the provision, not having the care that we require when we are in someone else's care, and without them giving it to us, we have no way of cultivating it for ourselves because we're literally like walking around in diapers and shit and don't know how to take it off and don't know how to put the diaper on. And so it's like if nobody changes it, I'm just walking around in a shitty diaper, right? This is a learned energy to feel unsafe. Something you picked up from a time when you were totally dependent on other people to create that safety around you. But this is a safety or a lack thereof that you carried with you and you were still holding on to. And it could have been that you did feel a little bit, resentful. Maybe you were holding on to some grudges. Okay. So this was about you feeling safe in the world. This was a fight that maybe nobody knew that you were going through, excuse me, because You show up smiling, you show up giving, you show up loving, you show up compassionate, you show up in the total opposite energy to what you receive, most often or not. So this was the battle. You were holding back about not feeling safe, maybe feeling misunderstood, maybe feeling isolated, even with people around, right? Even with people around. There was this energy of feeling separate than, other than, right? So there's a deep longing here for belonging. A deep longing for belonging. Clarify community spirit. Facade of concern came out in reverse. Yeah, it feels like you desire to be or to have people around you who don't wear masks. Because one thing, though you may have had this private battle, it doesn't feel like you were masking anything. It feels like you were living in your authentic self, but yet there was still this subtle subconscious, maybe shadowy energy in your subconscious of where you still felt a little bit other than, but you desired to be around people who would, you could take your mask off with in front of as well. You could unmask yourself too. You could show your vulnerability, right? You desire to be around people that you could feel safe with being your authentic self. So this doesn't again feel like you weren't aware of what was your authentic self. It could even be that somebody in the collective, in the times where you have tried to, or you have actually shown up to your friends, to your family, to your co-workers, to whoever as your authentic self, you were often met with, what was, is you all right? Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is me. This is who I am. This is the way I love. Like, I love passionately. This is the way I show kindness. I show kindness passionately. This is the way I give. I give freely. I'm fine. And all of those beautiful energies about you was either being used up, taken advantage of, or simply misunderstood. And then there's the judgment, and then there's the labeling. The labeling of you of being a doormat, or the labeling of you of being naive, or the labeling of you of being, a pushover, a walkover. When really the fact of the matter is you are a kind, loving person, right? And so there's a private battle here. There's a private battle because there's nothing wrong with being loving. What's wrong with being kind? What's wrong with being happy? Goddamn. What's wrong with being compassionate? What's wrong with being passionate? But it feels like you were surrounded in your life by people who are total opposite energies for whatever reason that doesn't have anything to do with you. And so therefore, this wasn't about you outgrowing anyone. This was about you were trying to fit in connections that don't fit you, that you no longer fit in. You never fit in those connections. So there's this desire to find a space, create a space, a place where you could experience life with other people who reflect the beautiful energy that you have. You can let your guard down and feel safe and not feel judged and not feel criticized and not feel, you know what I mean? Like, not feel like misunderstood. Okay? Clarify facade of concern. New alliances. And it feels like somebody in the collective, you have these people around you now. You have this community. Whether it is a community that you have created online, whether it is a community because you decided to take a leap of faith and create a meetup group, a Reddit group, whether you have decided to get out and maybe join a community center and do some community activities. This could be at the gym where you have cultivated a beautiful group of individuals who rally around health and wellness. Some kind of way you have found your tribe. This is dope right here. You have found your tribe. You're no longer living in a world where you are where people who reflect your energy and can reciprocate that beautiful energy is absent from you. Tell us more about season spirit. So this is collective finding their tribe. Okay? Finding their tribe. Now, confirming or clarifying seasons, we have ego check. Okay? Ego check. Interactions are forcing you to confront your own ego. So this landed over here with the battle and the isolation and the holding back and the safe space. You know what I'm picking up? Somebody in the collective, you realize that going back to this mask, this facade of concern, this masking, that if you were ever going to have people around you that understood you, that it was important for you to challenge yourself to just be. Just be. If you are misunderstood, if people are critiquing you, if somebody is judging you for being who you are, then the issue really resides with them. It doesn't really reside with you, especially when you are not harming anyone. Your energy feels beautiful. Your energy feels happy. Your energy feels, very bright, very bubbly even for some of you. You may be very funny. You like to have fun. You like to express yourself. You like to show love. You like to show passion if this is a passionate connection that you're in, right? There's nothing wrong with those things. There's nothing wrong. Those are all high vibrational energies. So if you have someone around you or in your presence that has a problem with that, then that really resides with them. It feels like someone in the collective, you had to surrender the ego that was holding on to the grudge, the resentment, the bitterness from old woundings when you were innocent and you were not made to feel safe, because that wasn't even about you, right? So you came to a realization with this seasons and ego check card. It's time for me to do this shadow work. And this is why I said the seasons feels like an ending and a new beginning. Okay? And maybe this community and this new alliance that you have made, these new allegiances have been with you through your shadow work. Maybe not. Maybe you did the shadow work on your own, right? Because the ego check did land over here with the battle and the isolation. You may have done the shadow work on your own as well. Maybe you realize you there's nobody else you can go to. This was your last cry for help. This was your last attempt to be seen. This was the last person, whoever this friend was, that is now out here triggered because they see you in some kind of way. I don't know how, but they're seeing you enjoying now, finding your belonging, finding your tribe, building your community. Yeah. So you had this ego check. You had to go through this season of ego check if you were really going to find people who vibrate with your authentic vibes. You had to break down that wall that caused you to hold back. When you're hurting, you can say you're hurting. When you're not feeling emotionally well, you can say you're not feeling emotional well. When you're going through shadow periods, you can say that, right? When you are feeling like you're in your sacred rage, you can express that with these people. But in order for you to find this tribe, you had to become comfortable with who you are. With who you are. You had to unlearn internalizing other people not accepting you for who you are, because that's a them problem, which stems from them not accepting who they are. Again, rejection is redirection. Rejection is redirection, and redirection and seeing it for what it is allows for more compassion. And this is why you are happy. This is why you have uncovered this new frequency of positivity and love for self and for others. All right, let's see what this is you are birthing, that you are protecting. You and whoever this individual or these people are that are a part of this new community, this new tribe, this new friend circle. Let's see what y'all protecting, because it looks like something is coming forth. Something is blossoming here. Clarify protection spirit. Unmasking motives. This feels like a connection where you realize not only do you not have the mask, but this person or these people, they don't have hidden motives. So you do feel supported. Remember I said that the protection card, somebody got your back, okay? And you got their back. And while they're watching over you, while you are blossoming, while you are growing, okay? While you are watching over what you're growing, they're watching over you. Now, I don't know who these individuals are, but congratulations. It feels like you have found some cool people, some real good people that resonate with your energy. Whoever this is, they're not masking. Their motives for you and for your connection with them is clearly seen. Their true motives are clearly seen, and their true motives is to watch your back. Their true motives is to reciprocate the love. Their true motives is to help you grow. Their true motives is to help nurture you. And the beautiful thing is, I feel like somebody in the collective, it's a welcomed nurturing, but it's not a needed one. It's welcomed. It's celebrated. It adds to your happiness and your self-satisfaction. But it's not that you're codependent. So there's no more really like crying for help, because you know that if there's something you really need to do when it comes to you making sure that you are able to stand in your authentic self and continue to create a reality that feels safe for you, it feels like you are at the point in your growth where you know that you can cultivate that for yourself. So this is a welcomed nurturing, but it's not a dependent one. Tell me more, Spirit. Quiet contentment. Ashe, quiet contentment. Simple companionship brings you peace and satisfaction. I don't know who this is for you. Could be one person, could be multiple people, could be growing every day. You know, you meet one new friend, or you meet this friend, you meet that friend of that friend, and you're just growing and you're adding to your tribe. But whoever and however many people these are that you are now attracting to yourself, out of this beautiful positive energy that you have, that you're holding, that you have cultivated, that you have discovered within you, that it's okay to be positive, right? I'm not the problem. I mean, the problem was I was holding on to old things, and so that was making me feel unsafe. But I'm manifesting in my past people who are validating the need for me to go and do my ego work, the need for me to go and do my shadow work, because of the wounding that I am carrying from a time when I wasn't able to speak up for myself, when I didn't even know what my authentic self was. But now I know who I am. I am able to speak up for myself. I don't have to hold shit in. So I don't need to, like, if I'm expressing myself and I have people around me that critique me, not healthy critique, okay? I'm talking about that other kind, that judgmental, right? If I have people around me that are apathetic, if I have people around me that are dismissive, when I am needing that shoulder, or I am wanting that shoulder, or I am expecting that shoulder because we're supposed to be friends, then that is a them issue that probably has something to do with their inner child wounds. I grant them compassion, but I move forward. I move on and continue to be who I am, so that I can manifest and I can attract people to me who are in the same frequency. And therefore, I have a tribe of people who also are positive, who also are kind, who also are compassionate, who are not afraid to be themselves. I'm hearing the funky bunch. You're quirky, but you're cool with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like fully grown adults, but you're quirky. You're goofy. You're the group at the restaurant with the mimosas and the hors d'oeuvres or the appetizers, and y'all are laughing. Y'all are having a good time. Other people in the restaurant are enjoying you. You're polite and kind to the waiter. This is who I'm looking at. This is what I'm feeling. Like y'all are a cool group of people. Whether it's 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, whatever that is for you. Y'all are positive. And now you are now experiencing in your world the safety that you have created within you. Now we have this individual here that didn't show up for you, that decided not to support you. Could be a family member. It's feeling more like a friend. Somebody who decided to be cynical, and they're triggered here. I don't know if this is them gossiping about whatever you told them. I don't know if this is them mocking you. Maybe in the very moment in which you may have been crying, you may have been very emotional. This conversation was very tough. It was tough for you to talk about something that you've been clearly holding in for a very long time. So I don't know how that panned out, but it panned out in a way to where you had this tower moment. You know what? Maybe I need to just go into solitude and deal with this for myself, because there's no one in my lived reality right now that even understands what I've experienced and the hurt that I've gone through. This particular friend, this person who was supposed to be a friend, definitely didn't. And now that you are enjoying your life, you're enjoying your new friend group, you're enjoying whoever this is that the universe has brought into your orbit, they're triggered. They may want to clear the air. But it feels like you've already learned a karmic lesson and they have yet to learn one. Tell us more, Spirit. Family ties. Definitely could be family. This could be somebody that you also consider to be family. This could also be someone who may have allowed their family to get in the way of them really showing up to you in a loving way. And I don't know what that means, but it feels like family dynamics are influencing the relationship. I don't know if they had something going on in their family. I don't know if what you shared with them was actually something that was triggering for them, and unlike you, they were not ready to face the hurt of what they had experienced in their childhood. I'm not sure what this is. Tell us more, Spirit. Authentic vibes. It landed on authentic vibes, and we have confession. Ironically, though this person showed up to you in a way that was less than supportive, they may have mocked you, they may have laughed at you, they may have thought you were mocking them. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want to pull those strings, to pull on those strings, those heartstrings for themselves. So they masked. They showed up apathetic, because to be empathetic would cause them to have to look at their own traumas. And this may be something you know or you didn't know. That you're confessing what you confessed that you were working on, that you were challenged with, that you were battling with. This actually hit home for them. It actually it hit closer to home than the impression that they gave off. Because I'm looking at the way he is covering his mouth with the flowers. Maybe they weren't ready to do the work. Maybe it's not even that they weren't ready. Maybe it's just that, again, the person is not the problem. You know, we don't really outgrow people, because to say we're outgrowing somebody, it implies that we're all supposed to be growing at the same time in the same way. And that's delusional, right? So you don't really outgrow people. What you outgrow is the connection. You outgrow the connection. You outgrow the trauma bond, right? This individual definitely We have some unspoken desires here. Okay. You said something that kind of, though you may not have intended to with this person, you said something that kind of hit down deep. You uncovered something that they were holding on to. We have authentic self here. They weren't really ready to face it at that time. They may still not be, and that's okay. But we have here memory. What is this triggering? Friendship test. Friendship test. Your friendship is being tested for loyalty. Yeah, see, you triggered them and it feels like they became reactionary. They became reactionary. I think they tried to mask in a way that was offensive to you, because there is a mocking energy here. There's a mimicry energy here. And so it kind of feels like they they reacted, not in the way that they should have, not in a supportive way, but in a very unsupportive way. Nevertheless, that was kind of the moment that you may have needed to realize that you have to do this work on your own. And now that you have done it, you have this beautiful energy and these beautiful people around you. These beautiful people around you. So I don't know if this had to do with someone's identity. Maybe this had to do with your sexuality. Maybe this had to do with something you desire that is unconventional, untraditional, that goes against social normative, ideas of what people can be or the way people should show up. This feels like you broke some sort of box here, or you broke some sort of engagement from around your personal self, because the unspoken desires is telling me that the conversation had to do with something you desired. You desired for yourself, and you desire to feel safe in that. Tell us more. Give us more energy about this community, these new allegiances that the collective is experiencing now, because I'm seeing that you're very happy in this energy. You're happy now. You feel safe in yourself. Okay? You feel safe in your peer group. You feel safe in the world. You feel safe in your own skin. I like it. I like it a lot. This is growth. This is change. Yeah. There was definitely a realization here. Now we have the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords showing up together. Okay. This is the realization that you are in this rebirth period. And this also is showing me with this Seven of Swords that this community does mean the best for you. This new friend, these new allegiances, this new tribe that you have found, somebody's found their soul tribe. For sure, for sure. For sure. They mean the best for you. There's no betrayals. There's no deception in the energies. I love this. You can actually be not weak, but vulnerable. You can show all your colors. You can show all your colors. Tell us more, Spirit, about this new allegiances. What is this? The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups here. Something you were seeking in your heart. Something you were seeking in your heart. We have the Star card. This is confidence. This is healing. This is your star power. These individuals, or this person that you are now in these beautiful connections with, because you wanted something, right? And you did the work to raise your vibration, to honor the vibration that you may have already even been on, to let go of old grudges, to let go of holding back and feeling restricted, like you needed to hide something about yourself. And though you may have felt like you didn't have anybody in the past that understood you, these people understand you, because this is your star seed family. Okay? This is your starseed family. These people like hold cosmically a similar signature to you energetically. I love this. I love this reading. I love it. We have the Five of Wands landing on the star. Okay, this is unity. This is the absence of conflict, confrontation, the absence of competition. Y'all all hold your own vibration, whether there's one, two, three, or four of you, right? Outside of you, collective, y'all, you hold your own vibration, but it's still harmonious. We have the Ace of Cups here. The Ace of Cups. So something that you hadn't received, you now have. Y'all pour into each other is also what I'm hearing Spirit say. I love it. I love it. I freaking love it. I do. I does. What do we have here? The Knight of Wands. You inspire each other. Okay? You inspire each other. You also protect each other. And we have the King of Cups here in reverse. Protect each other's heart space. This is people or a person that you can communicate with, you can talk to, and they're not going to react in a way that is going to damage the relationship because something you're sharing about yourself is triggering for them. I'm hearing Spirit say they hold space for you. You hold space for them. Because the King of Cups in the upright is connected to his heart space, but he's not overly emotional like the Queen of Cups would be. He still applies logic and reason even to his emotions. But these are people that you can be more vulnerable with. And they can be more vulnerable with you. Okay? Tell us more. The King of Swords in reverse. Wow, y'all protect each other from emotional, mental manipulation. Whether that is things that you're dealing with for yourselves that may be playing on your perception of your life, perception of your world, perception of who you are and your divinity. Y'all are very protective over each other. This is a friendship. This is new allegiances and new alliances that are going to remain. Okay, collective, whoever you are that is reverberating with this message, these people or this person is a part of your divine path and your divine destiny. This is your soul tribe. They're going to remain, and this is your justice. Because none of us are an island, and we can't let the negativity of the world condition us to believe that that's all there is in the world. The beauty that you have on the inside of you, the beauty with which you can see, is the beauty with which will be reflected back to you. So the negativity is in you. So if you don't want to see it, if you don't want to experience it, stop seeing it. It's that simple. It's not complicated, right? But it becomes complicated when we have individuals who, again, we don't all grow at the same time, in the same way, in the same lifetime, in the same space. So this wasn't rejection. This was redirection. This was you being redirected to your soul tribe, to the people who you were always destined to experience the beauty of life with. Okay? We have a Tower. Change. Okay? Changes is here. Sudden change. This is like a collapse of the rigidness. Okay? The rigidness. Yeah, the releasing of limiting beliefs. Because I'm feeling the Hierophant energy, confirmation. I'm feeling the Hierophant energy. The traditions, the structure, right? The physicalness, the heaviness, the density of physical reality. This is a collapse to that in a way that allows for you breaking out of your shell. Okay? That may have been placed around you as a child, that was supposed to protect you, but then it became a cage. It became a cage. This is you breaking out of that cage. This is you finding other people who have broken out of the cage. I freaking love this for somebody in the collective. I love this. I love this. I mean, this is growth. This is the return of joy. This is the return of knowing that you are divinely guided and that you're safe in your being. You're safe. Okay? So, we're going to get you some affirmation here. All right? See what it is Spirit wants to affirm you in today. Tell us more, Spirit. Give the collective who reverberates with this message, who has found their beautiful soul tribe family, their starseed family. All right? They have found themselves. They have found their authentic self. They have broken out of any cages that were placed on them. Okay? Miracles. Miracles. Wow. You are being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. More miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Okay? Be on the lookout for them, the miracles, all right? Magical things are getting ready to happen, even more so for you if you reverberate with this message. Magical things. All right? Tell me more, Spirit. Bravery. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Bravery. You are being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you have to have the strength and bravery to make this decision. And you feel so much lighter when you do. You made a decision to use solitude, to use maybe even a sense of being rejected, a sense of feeling abandoned, unsupported. You made the decision to alchemize the energy. Okay? You made the decision to be brave and to face those battles, those challenges on your own if you have to. And it worked out in your favor. It worked out in your favor. Now you are coming across those who are your reflection. Yeah, and you're so grateful and you're so happy for the positivity that they bring to your life. They help you cultivate. You help them cultivate. There's always something to be grateful for, even in the darkest of situations. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you are thankful for. So remain in this energy of gratitude. You are being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and your intuition. So now you're showing up as your authentic self. You're in a space now where your soul is evolving, it's growing, and you are comfortable with that. All right? All right, collective, this has been the message. Powerful, beautiful message as it is. Please do not hesitate to jump in the comments and let me know how it reverberated for you, okay? I want to show my appreciation and my gratitude to all of my Soul Tribe, Starseed family, recurring viewers, all right? To the new viewers that are just coming in, thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe. Join the tribe, honey. Okay, turn on your notification bell so you know when I'm back with another message. If anybody is in need of a personal reading, the link is in the description. It'll take you to my website where you can book. When you go to the website, scroll down to the middle of the page, you will see a 2-step process. If you complete both steps, you will get your reading back in a timely fashion. All right, I love you guys. Remember to like, share, hype it up if you have one to spare, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace, family.